So it's super weird because now we're moving into, summertime, and so on my bed I only have like 2 blankets. I was freezing last night, then my parents are like, you don't need any more blankets. I get cold all the time, so I'm just like really cold. But my dad woke up cold this morning and I was like, okay, it's definitely cold in the house. I'm not making things up. So I'm gonna be doing a video on my channel updates, and I know I filmed one of these like a bit ago, but I just kind of want to talk about why I didn't really upload videos last week. Because basically I left my power cord at Paul's apartment. Yep, like a champ. To be fair, that day I was actually, I had work that day, I'm pretty sure, and I had a lot of stuff in my bag. Like, I had my camera, I had my selfie stick, I had like my magic deck box, I had like, all my other stuff in my purse. So my purse was like filled. So when I was trying to keep track of everything, I guess I just missed my power cord. And I just want to say I am not someone who's typically, I'm not someone who's very forgetful when it comes to things like that. I tend to be a very organized person. It just happened to be that day. I just left it there. And I was really bummed because I love this and I love filming. And so I was really bummed. Hold up, do I have chapstick in here? Oh, I need chapstick, but whatever. I'll just live without it for a hot second. Oh, wait, I have some in the store. Hold up. The other chapstick is like somewhere over there, but anyways, so I didn't get the chance to upload, but it was kind of nice because after filming all those like almond cat videos, like it was a ton of work. Like that week was just really crazy, and for like upcoming stuff, basically I've decided to only upload 2 videos a week on this channel, and the reason for that is because 3 was getting to the point where it was just a little bit too much with having those other 2 channels uploading 5 times a week. It's really nuts. Also my memory, I have an older camera. My camera I got when I was graduating high school, so freshman in college, and I've now since graduated, so it's going on like its 5th year, and I don't have a very large SD card in it, and I'm at the point in my life where I'm trying to move out, I'm trying to budget better, and I want to eventually do that. So I'm not like, I can't just blow money on like a nice camera. Like I'm trying not to do something like that. I don't really know how this relates at all, but I'm just telling you guys, I'm just not, I don't know why that really did, but that was just at the forefront of my head, so that's what I wanted to say. But I've been talking to you guys a little bit in another video where I talked about like my future and like what I kind of want to do, and I'm applying to jobs right now. I've been applying since like February. I mean, we're going in now May, and I haven't heard like anything, and it's been like very discouraging. Like, the way that I feel like has since worked like with the job market and stuff like that, it's very frustrating. Because it's one of those things that everywhere is like, you need this amount of experience, and I don't have that sort of experience because I just graduated from college. Like, what do you kind of, I haven't had experience working at a publishing company, and then it's kind of frustrating because I've looked at internships, and goodness knows, do I want to do an internship? I mean, not really. I mean, I really don't want to, but a lot of the internships actually are for college, not graduates, but college students. And I'm like, I feel like this really awkward, like, I think a lot of people, who are in their early 20s are at like that crisis point where we're like, what the hell's going on with my life? And that's how I totally feel, because I really have no idea what's happening with my life right now. It's been really it's a very strange period of my life right now. But on a good note, I fixed up my resume and my cover letter with one of my friends, and I feel really good about it. I feel much more confident. I think my resume is like looking so much better, and I'm happy with it, and I feel like I just feel better about it for myself. And even my cover letter, like, I'm the type of person where I'm pretty unorthodox with a lot of things, and my cover letter is about a tutoring session that I kind of that meant a lot to me. Now, I've been a tutor for 4 years, and I've tutored at 2 different places because I transferred colleges, and there's this one student, and she was writing this paper, and she came to me specifically, like, she requested me, like, by name. She wanted to work with me, and she wrote a very personal paper, and she wanted to share it. Like, she wanted help with it by me, which made me feel really great that she wanted me, like, by name. It was really sweet. And I wrote about that in my cover letter, and I know typically cover letters are, hi, my name is Tracy, this is what I've done, I hope you can, like, it's very structured and whatever, and I'm not that type of person. I'm not that type of person who can just write that sort of thing, because one, I've read a lot of cover letters before, and I've read a lot of really poor cover letters, because cover letters and resumes are really tough. They're a very different style of writing than what a lot of people are used to, and I don't want to write that typical cover letter that I feel like a lot of jobs want to see, which can be a good thing and can be a bad thing. Some people are like, we want you to say that your name's Tracy and you've worked here for 4 years and there for 12 years and you do this, and I don't want to write something like that. And maybe I should, but I don't feel like that's who I am. And this experience, like what I wrote about, speaks so much about me, because when you're writing a sort of cover letter, you want to write about like a story, like something that happened to you that shows who you are. It doesn't tell you. A lot of those other cover letters tell a lot, like show don't tell. It's like the one English tip, if I could just give to absolutely every person, this is what I would say is show don't tell. It's a cliche, but it is the truest thing, honestly. So telling would be, hi, I'm Tracy, and I've worked as a tutor for 4 years and I love it. That's a telling statement. But if I show you, if I explain, there's this one tutoring session that meant a lot to me because I did X, Y, and Z and I work with a student, that's like showing that I love. I'm not telling you I love it. I'm showing you how much I love it and how I think I was a beneficial tutor. So, that was that whole sort of thing. And I felt like that cover letter that I wrote shows a lot about me. And that's why I'm really happy with it. And then my resume fixed it up. It looks really good. I'm really proud of it. And at this moment, I'm kind of just applying. I have to apply to a couple. Since February, I've been applying to jobs, but a lot of them recently now that I'm doing, I need to apply a lot more. Basically, what's been happening with work at BS, it's been really nuts. It's been really crazy. We've had a lot of people who've like left recently, and I've been there for a while. I mean, I'm going on my 3 years that I've been there, and it's just been really nuts. It really has. You know, they've been giving me more hours, which is good, but the negative sort of side of that is that I don't have as much time to do this, really. I mean, with losing my power cord, like, it's been so disorienting, honestly, because I'm in this sort of funk where I usually have videos like pre-planned a little bit a couple days in advance, or I know I'm like, okay, this day I'm gonna upload this video. And I'm that person where I know not a lot of people like that 9-to-5 job, whatever. I want routine, and that's why I think right now with this job, it's not a routine. Like today, I wasn't supposed to work, and now I'm working, and my day, it's all thrown off. I'm a type of person, I plan, I pre-plan, I like things organized, and when things don't line up, it like gives me anxiety and like freaks me out. Like, I'm not someone who can do last minute things. It's just not how I function. And you know, working today is now throwing me off because I'm like, okay, I mean, I'm getting stuff done in the morning. Like, obviously I'm filming, I'm getting stuff done. But it's like, you know, it just throws me off. So, I just think it's going to be better for me. I think it's going to be more helpful, and I have a lot of content. I have a lot of stuff that I want to talk about. It's not that I don't have content. I know some people run into that. I have like a notebook full of ideas, and I have a ton of things that I still want to film and that I still want to do, which is really great. So I have that. But yeah, okay, and then with jobs that I'm applying to like a couple of types of places. Like, I have my degree in adolescent education with a concentration in English, but I'm looking at schools, but I'm looking at like, I don't know how to like express it, but non-conventional type of stuff. I'm looking for, at this moment I'm not certified, so I'm looking for like non-certified things that I can do. And I'm looking for like publishing stuff, and I'm looking for, what's the other, like tutoring stuff, because I've done that and I love that. I'm looking for things like that. So that's kind of what I'm sort of thinking for fields and jobs. And another thing too is I've applied to some jobs in the city. And when I say the city, I mean New York City. I always forget that people, I'm like, you know, because I'm from New York, so I'm like, the city, everyone knows the city. But city's pretty far from me on the train. It's about like an hour and a half. And if I get a city job, I'm just going to be completely honest, I do not ideally want to work in an environment where I have to commute that long. It's just not what I want to do. But if I have to, I will. and it will be physically exhausting. I can already anticipate. But if I have to do that, I'm just going to be honest. It's going to be one video a week, and that's just going to be the reality. I really just won't have time. Like, I won't. I mean, if I have to commute, if I work realistically a 9-to-5 job, and I get home, like, if I leave the city at 5, and then I get home at, like, 7, it's just, from that time on, it's not, my head is not going to be thinking, I'm really not going to want to do much other stuff. That's just the reality. I'm just going to be completely honest. So, I know you guys will understand. I mean, hopefully, like, I don't see it, I want to say I don't see it as a big deal. I mean, it is a big deal, but it's like, that's not forever. It's not like forever what I'm anticipating. It's just, I need to get my foot in the door somewhere, and that's what's really important. So, send some love my way, please. I'm so stressed out about this whole job thing. Like, I had a phone conversation with my brother that I was, like, crying because I'm so stressed about the thought of, like, not the thought of getting a job, like, interviewing, just the process of this is so painful, and it's something, like, that if you haven't experienced it, like, in certain situations, some people just easily get given jobs, and, you know, you're a family, you come from a family, and it's just, here you go, like, I don't have a sort of situation, a lot of people don't have a sort of situation where you're just out of college, and you don't have a lot, and you're like, hey, look at me, and it's a really frustrating situation. And the thing is, though, is that I know the realm of what I want to do. Like, I have an idea. Like, I have like jobs that I have in mind of what I want to do, but just kind of getting there is like the whole thing. So if you're in a situation like me, I really, like, my heart goes out to you. It's very painful to describe this. And I mean, I was talking to my brother, and he was like, it's different, you know, it's different from, you know, they always say from how it used to be, but, like, really, it's an experience. It's just been really, really stressful. So, yeah, I'm in the process of doing that, hardly surviving, but, that was what I wanted to talk to you guys about that, and now, so the upload schedule, so I'm gonna do Tuesdays and Thursdays, just cutting off Saturday. And, you know, I've been really thinking hardcore about when sets come out and doing that video. I just don't know if I can do those anymore, and it sucks because, I mean, I don't know how to say this without sounding rude, but the view count on those is not great enough for me to really do them. And I don't mean to sound like it's all about the view count, but, like, if I was hitting a lot of people who are watching them, it would be one thing, but I'm just not getting a lot of views on those for it to really be... I feel like I'm sounding so rude right here, and I'm really trying not to. I'm just trying to say that if a lot of people were watching them, and I was helping a lot of people, it would be one thing, but the view count in them is just not good enough for me to really stress over and film and edit, and it's just so much to do those videos. So, I don't know. I have to see where I am at what point in my life and in what I'm doing, but at this moment, I'm looking for mostly full-time things, but some part-time things I really don't want to do part-time because I'm already doing part-time. Could have 2 part-time jobs, but I really would just like a full-time job, but I don't really know. At this point, I just need a job, and that's the reality. So, yeah, that's kind of my thing. Ending this video off on kind of a better sort of note. I am going to be listing in the description box below an exclusive coupon code for my Etsy store if you want to check that out. Yeah. So that's the thing. If you want to do that, you can check that out. And it'll just be for, like, YouTube people. So it can be used on customs too. So if you want, like, a custom, you can use that on there. So, hey guys, that was it. Just being honest. Just being talking about what's going on in my life right now. So I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.